everyone. It is that time of the week again. America's favorite Smash podcast is live, back in black as ever, guys. It's Lights Out episode number 95. Your boy EE, Cos Money, Light, Negro Damas in the building. Hope everybody had a wonderful start to your week or good last week, whatever it was. We got a couple of fun things to discuss. We've already been discussing some things because we're live on Twitch as well, but you wouldn't know that because you're watching on YouTube or listening on Spotify because you don't tune into the live shit. But you're tuned in now, so that's all that matters. So I will turn it over to my fellow compatriots, both Light and Cosmos. Gentlemen, how does the day find you?
Pick up.
Somebody say something.
You want me to go first? I'm doing great, honestly. I feel like it hasn't really been that much of an eventful week, but overall, I mean, I feel like things are going well. I've been practicing a lot, getting ready for upcoming tournaments, and back on the content grind. So
you're practicing now, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm in training mode right now, actually, because I'm trying to make sure I'm staying consistent. So overall, everything's been going pretty well for me.
Good.
Been kind of dry ever since Cavalier Clash and Luminosity Madness was just like a week ago, like a week and a half ago or something. But tournaments are starting up again soon, especially for everything coming up in April and May. Those are going to be like the big months for Smash. So I'm pretty sure this is basically like, I mean, Battle of BC is happening at the end of this month. But I think apparently even Leo's dropping out of that.
What?
So I think he said it on his stream the other day. So I don't think he's going anymore. But
that man saw the best player of all time and was like, "Yeah, we're good."
Yeah. So and like there was a huge gap, in the numbers there. So but yeah, April and May are definitely going to be big for Smash. So I feel like a lot of people are just preparing for that, me included.
All right. How about you, Light? I know this is a very busy week for you. You've already taken down one tournament, and you've got like 3 to go this week, if I'm not mistaken. So,
yeah,
damn, this week.
Yeah, I have 4 tournaments total this week. I guess it's technically 3 because Sunday's a new week, but I'm considering it just 1 week from Sunday to Sunday for tournaments. So I had the weekly yesterday in Connecticut. That's the easy one. That is the easy one because that is just Connecticut locals and some Massachusetts locals. Now, from here on, it's going to get very hard because every day is going to be full of New Yorkers and Zamba and Syrup. So it's going to be me, Zamba, Syrup, potentially Tweak. I'm not too sure in one of the tournaments for the next 3 tournaments, which is today, Saturday, and Sunday. And if you want to make it more, I'm actually going to a tournament next Monday as well. So I got a lot of tournaments lined up. And a lot of battle to be had. I'm kind of ready.
So kind of ready?
I'm kind of ready. Like, I've been wanting to stream, but I'm not gonna lie. I've been going through this thing where I'm scared to play online because I'm like, well, this tournament's tomorrow. And if I play online right now, I might get cooked tomorrow.
Did you play online before Cavalier Clash?
No. Because I did not play online before Cavalier Clash because I got cooked at Genesis, but I was playing online primarily like during Genesis time period. So I was like, yeah, we're not doing that again. So I didn't play online before Cavalier, got second, and now I'm like in this state of hesitation where I'm like, I don't know what to do, man. This is hard. I don't know how people do this shit. This is my first day out here. You do stream or you do practice offline, like playing a level 7, level 8 CPU for an hour. Yeah, but or 9 to 9 stocks. You could say it yourself, bro. Like turning on this game without someone next to you is like the equivalent to going to school, bro. That shit hard.
But like you already do it though, right?
Yeah, I do.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like if you already do that, you might as well just hit stream. You don't have to play Wi-Fi. People will watch you doing that.
I do it at like very obscure times. Like it was like 4 a.m. and I was like, damn, I want to go to bed for 5 a.m. So I turned on Smash at 4 a.m. and then played for an hour and then went to bed.
And I bet you people will still show up.
I guess that's fair. But yeah, it's kind of hard trying to balance streaming and competing at the same time. I don't know what I want. I know what I want at the beginning of this year. I don't know what I want anymore. I just know I want to win. That's like the easiest way to put it.
I think
and what is winning to you?
Yeah.
Tournaments.
Winning tournaments.
And having a home.
Okay. Well.
So I thought that was
the content, Jim.
Yeah. All right, that's fair.
I need a home.
Well, we should talk about, I feel like what this is all essentially gearing up to, and we were talking about this a little bit before we went officially live here, but obviously Kagaribi is the big thing that's coming up. I'll even put it on screen so you can get a comparison to just how big this tournament is really going to be. Obviously, there's some great tournaments before this event too. LvlUpExpo is the main one that comes to mind, which is going to be a banger. We'll talk about that more later. But Kagaribi, this is the event right now as it stands that Evo 2019 had the most top 50 players in attendance, which was like 37 out of 50. This one currently has 40 or 41 out of the 50 who are going to be in attendance. So this really does actually have the potential to be the most stacked tournament of all time, which is, kind of what I'm sure you're practicing for, Light. The funniest part about this event is whomever wins this you're going to get all the clout, all the prestige, all the respect, but not a dime to show.
Shut up.
We love Japan, but damn, them gambling rules are tough on a nigga. Go ahead.
Bro, I don't know, man.
That was top 50? That's crazy. Sorry, go on.
That's what you're looking at? Bro, I don't know, man. Like, it's just obviously, okay, so I can't wait to go to Japan. It's going to be a really good time. I'm going to be there for like 2 weeks.
Nice.
So that's nice. 5 days of which I think are dedicated to Smash, which I think is a healthy balance between the time I'll be there and what I'm going to do competing and not competing. So I'm really excited for that. I think it's going to be a good time. I don't know. It's a little rough to go from Vegas and making money. What is it? A 10K pop bonus tournament in Vegas?
That's how we handle business at Level Up. We take care of everybody.
We're going straight from 10K pot to
10K
Japan,
people and nothing.
10K people, and then back to 5K pot bonus at Atlanta right afterwards.
I don't know. It's just rough. Again, I was saying this before. I am huge on I want to be the best. I want to win every tournament I go to. But I don't care what anyone says. It's not like we think about money while we're competing. We don't do that. I know I don't do that. Like, I just think about the game and the people I have to fight. But stakes do matter. I think stakes matter in everything for competition. People who play poker, like professionally, don't think this is this much money, I can't afford to play this. They just think they're playing a game.
Right.
And like when they make money, that they want it. But like they know the stakes are on the line. It helps them to be a better player. I just think stakes matter a little, and it's a little unfortunate. I'm still gonna try my best out there, but
I mean, thing is like it's so hard to really consider that like that because for the majority of sports, the majority of competitors make like 99% of their money from like their teams paying them or sponsors, and they don't really get much from like the actual prize pool. So I don't think they really think about if the Super Bowl had $0, they would still carry just as much. Like, I don't really think it would be a bigger, like, that's why I kind of do feel like, I don't know if that's how I felt. I feel like I kind of did feel like that in the first time I went to Japan. But I do feel like whenever you get there, it's going to be a completely different vibe. And like, you're not really going to think about the money at all. And you will feel like it's like a Genesis type tournament.
I agree. But I also, I like the way you're looking at it, but let's look at it in another perspective where what you're saying does apply to sports players and it applies to Japanese players, but it doesn't apply to American players. And the reason I say that is because if you are playing Smash in Japan, you're famous, right? Like you're famous in Japan if you play Smash. Like they make pretty good content.
If you're like a top 3, top 5 player, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Abadongo.
I mean, he was a top 3, top 5 player.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so you're saying if you made it, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. The point is you're famous, right? They do make a lot of their money in content based off like from Smash, So like they do go to a tournament and they're like, this is going to help me a lot back home. They are NBA players. They're not making as much money, let's be real. But like they are but like they have
more than us.
Yeah, they have like the sports like mentality, Like I go to this, I get more popular, I make content. I have big money, you know? This is just not how we work.
Not quite.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of was like that for us in the beginning of the game too. Like, it wasn't really all money based because Smash was so popular that winning one tournament back then, you could win a tournament and then you could go live next day with like 2,000 viewers. That's really genuinely what it was like at the beginning of the game. It's not like that anymore.
Yeah, no, that is very true. I mean, again, money isn't terrible in Smash. I mean, 10K pop bonus tournament coming up. Like, that's pretty nice. I mean, you just went to Qatar for money.
True. That's true.
That's all.
Probably came back with 6K.
My Habibis.
Yeah. And then, I mean, MomoCon's going to have a 5K pop, probably. I'm assuming that's what they usually have.
Yeah. I mean, tournaments typically have like a good pot nowadays.
What are the big tournaments that don't have good pots?
I mean, what are we calling good pot? Like, are we talking like Smash wise, or are we talking about like normal money wise?
Like a $5,000 pot be considered good, right?
I mean, pot bonus, I would say.
Pot
it has
bonus,
a 5K pot bonus.
Okay.
Like, I would consider Luminosity Madness having a good pot because it was a 5K pot bonus or a 5K guaranteed pot. I don't remember exactly which one it was, but winner left with $2,000. And it's like, at the end of the day, if you win that twice a month, you get four. And like, that's basically like kind of the way I would consider good pot is like, Sonics was basically making a living off of Coinbox, where he was basically winning like 1,200 almost every week, every other week.
Yeah,
so
staying home, making a grand.
If you can go to 2 tournaments, win, and basically be positive 5K, I think that's like a pretty good pot. And that basically means like you have to win 2,000 from winning one tournament. So like Luminosity had a 5K guaranteed pot. I think Tweak left like $2,000. I think that's definitely a great pot to have for like a chill tournament like that, especially too. Now if it's like you're having to go through Light, Leo, Spargo, Gluto, and like all those players for $2,000, like it can feel like, you know, I feel like I deserve more for playing all this, but like even then, it's still a good amount of money.
But hold on. That's what I did at Cavalier Clash for the same amount of money that you're talking about. I made $800. And if I made $800, that means Syrup only made like $1,600 because they used to make like double. So he made less than Tweak for the soul wrenching bracket.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like Cavalier Clash was not a good pot. Like it had a $1,300 pot bonus. I don't think it was a good.
I think that came from Luminosity too, by the way.
Really? Wow.
Like I remember like somebody was tweeting like, yeah, like there was like, you know, because they were like complaining about like, you know, the grassroots thing or thingamajigger or whatever. And I think somebody had said that they pitched in money. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but didn't LG contribute to that pop bonus?
Bro, we are so far.
That's what I was read. I'm not trying to say it as facts, but that's what I heard.
Well, I still think like a lot of tournaments like either have a good pot bonus, like 5
Alex
to 10K.
said he gave some money to Cav Clear Cash. Okay.
Yeah, like 5 to 10K pot bonus, or the majors will have like, you know, Genesis or Supernova.
That's
will
some
have
little
$15 pot bonus.
Big brother, little brother shit. Take this shit, man. Get the fuck out of my face, bro.
No, that really is. You know, you could have just put the whole pot in there. You know, not run that event. Yeah, I don't know if they accepted the money or not. I just think that's funny that they offered it to him. That's funny. Yeah,
I mean, I would accept the money.
Funny. Oh, I would too. 100%.
Yeah. All right.
I think Smash tournament, like generally, like the majors are in a pretty good spot because if you win a major, you're typically, and major to me is like S plus P tier, and if you win a major,
like close to 10K,
yeah, you're typically making over $5,000 for winning one of those majors.
I think the benefit to that is that there's a lot,
and there's a lot, yeah.
A lot of tournaments make a lot of money. Actually, I'm lying. Fortnite was popping out tournaments like nothing. Never mind. Yeah. My argument is gone. A lot of people run just as many tournaments as Smash, but they make double the money. I don't know where all this money's coming from.
Beats me. But hey, shit, you know, that's just how it be. But I mean, I think what everything is leading up to at the very least is still pretty cool and entertaining. So hopefully people are looking forward to all the events coming up. I know for us, like the most exciting event personally, again, LvlUpExpo You guys should make sure you follow Level Up Expo on Twitter. They've been dropping all kinds of crazy announcements. And
Gus from Breaking Bad is going to be there. That's insane.
And we're gonna do content with them.
Are we?
Bro.
I already arranged it.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
he told us.
Yeah.
It's gonna be really cool, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna do a lot of fun shit out
The
there.
Chicken Man.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. I'm gonna wear my Pollo Loco shirt or whatever, Los Polos.
I want to show up, and this is a new Captain America reference. I want to show up in a Captain America outfit and be like, "So you want to kill Captain America, huh?"
Oh my god. I don't know if that's gonna work, but maybe.
But I was gonna say, yeah. I mean, the events that are coming up, they are heavily stacked. Like we are gonna be going to a lot of stacked events in a row with Battle of BC that's gonna have a lot of overseas talent, I'm pretty sure, and then Level Up's just gonna have everyone. And then we go to Japan, and that's gonna.
I want to see the difference between Level Up Expo and Kagaribi. That's what I'm interested in because
one of them has fried chicken, so I'm gonna like that one a lot more.
No, I mean like player wise. Technically Kagaribi is gonna have some. Japan's fried chicken is delicious. Actually, I'm not gonna lie.
You never had Yard House.
You ain't been to Yard House, bro. We gonna take you. Don't worry.
You ain't been to Japan either, ma.
I will be, bro. I'm sorry. You got to go to Yard House. It is ridiculous. Like, I actually can't wait. It was the best experience I've ever had at a restaurant.
They took care of us great. It was nice. You're gonna like it.
Yeah, bro.
You're gonna like it. Maybe we'll even stream it. We'll see. But
but in comparison between the events of Level Up Expo and Kagaribi, I think is going to be bigger. Like you said, it's going to have 38 or 39 of the top 50, which is crazy to say. But honestly, I think that event's just going to be hectic because the schedule difference. Like one's going to be run on a 3-day event and one's like practically a 1-day, right? Like they only run like one pool on Sunday in Japan, right? It's a Sunday Monday tournament, right?
Yeah, it's Sunday Monday, but everyone has their first round pool on Sunday, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, bro. These events are going to be crazy, actually.
Strap up and get ready, kid.
Yeah. Last time I lost in winners finals in my pool to Lee, the Corrin player, and then next day I think I played 8 sets in losers to get 17th.
That makes sense.
So it was it's like I think pools is if you win 3 or 4 sets, you're done for the day.
I actually have a theory about going to Japan competition. I actually think the more Americans that show up and the more overseas players that show up out of Japan, the worse it is for me.
Really?
Yeah, I need to fight as many Japanese players as possible.
Yeah, I mean, you'll fight a lot of them in pools, but I do kind of, first of all, I'm genuinely curious is if everybody that's actually signed up for Kagaribi is actually going to end up going to Kagaribi, because I feel like there's a lot of foreign players signed up, and I'm not sure if they just signed up in case they do go and they don't want to lose their spot, or if they're actually confirmed going. Because there's a lot of them signed up, but I feel like it is going to be kind of weird going to a Japanese tournament, because I've never been to a Japanese tournament where there was like a lot of foreign players. Like I think the most foreign players I've been to in a Japanese tournament is maybe like 10 or something like that. And this one's gonna have like, I swear there's like 50 or 60 or even more foreign players signed up. So it's definitely gonna be weird, like seeing the top 64 and then like being like, oh, okay, well, Light has to play Siski. I mean, that's kind of weird.
Yeah. I want to fight more Japanese players just because I think that I just have a naturally good style versus Japanese players. So I think to win the bracket, it's more beneficial for me if I were to fight more Japanese players.
I agree.
Assuming I don't run into Asimo.
No, you really want to just avoid Asimo, who I haven't even seen at events in like the last month or so. And
what? Why?
I don't know. I watch a lot of events. I haven't seen him at anything since January.
He been losing in pools.
I don't know.
No way.
And then that ice climber's Fio Wadio Bahio. Like, I don't know. He got like 4 parts of his name.
I know which one you talking about. Yeah. I don't know how to say his tag either.
Yeah. That dude. So as long as you avoid them, I think you'll be okay. But the
I think
biggest
I'll
thing,
be practicing with that guy much before I have a bracket. If I'm being real with you,
which is smart, actually.
But again, I don't even feel like Fox really gets destroyed by ice climbers. I just think I don't know the matchup. But I've learned it like more than the last time I fought Big D. Like I actually have an ice climbers that goes to my weekly now. So I've been playing the matchup more, not like too much more, but like it's definitely helpful.
Well, best of luck to you. Can we talk about this though? Because you're going to Japan, right? What do you have to worry about in Japan? You just said it. Characters aplenty. We teased it last week or one of these weeks. I can't remember. But we're going to talk about it right the hell now. I know we're a couple weeks late, but who cares? The official tier list from Luminosity came out. The official one. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I have no clue what makes this official. I don't know what the barometer is. You know what I'm saying?
I think what they did is they sent a survey out to everybody that was top 150.
Okay.
And they asked them to basically make their tier list or say what they think about every character. And then they took like the average of every player and put it into one tier list.
Okay, interesting. Well, this is what they came up with. Now, Light, I know you did your own version of this tier list on your own stream, but we'd still love to hear your thoughts on the podcast about what you agree with and what you don't agree with. We'll start with you.
Okay, so the first thing I'm interested in is how many people in the top 150 do you think actually participated in this tier list?
I didn't do it.
I didn't do it.
Right on time, boys.
Yeah.
I read the DM. I was like,
I was like, this shit like once a year, bro. Leave me alone.
Yeah. Yeah, now it's not even like every 6 months because now the ranking system is back to every year.
Yeah, but yeah, I didn't do it. So I don't know how many people actually did it. I don't know if Tweak did it, for example. I don't think Tweak and Mars might have done it because they're on the team.
Oh yeah,
no choice.
Yeah,
start working, Jim.
Had him at gunpoint.
Let me tell you, they would not have done it. But yeah, no. Looking at this tier list initially, for one, I think characters like Greninja, Mario are too low. I think characters like Luigi, let me see, 3.
Look at how low Inkling is.
Where is Inkling? Jesus
and
Christ.
B minus.
Damn, B minus for Inkling? That's kind of OD.
That's like
funny.
Bottom. That looks like bottom 50.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. I think Minmin's too high. I think Kazuya's too high. I don't think I had Snake in the top 5, actually.
Yeah, I think Snake is too high. I think Snake and Game & Watch are both too high.
I don't think Game & Watch was in my top 5 either, actually. I think my top 5 was Steve, Sonic. I'm not going to put order because I don't remember the order I put in. Steve, Sonic, Mithra, Pikachu, and Rob. That was my top 5. And I think Pikachu's too low while we're at it.
Yeah. So that actually makes me believe that the majority of people that did the tier list, which I mean, the majority of people on the ranking are Japanese, but I feel like the majority of people that did the tier list are Japanese actually, because I know that Japanese players don't think Pikachu is good like at all. I think they think he's like one of the most overrated characters. Like I feel like that's the one character that has like it's the biggest disparity in rank from US and Japan.
Bro, honestly, that was a really good point to make because I really didn't consider the fact that Japanese players are also making this tier list, which means we just have 2 completely metas put into one tier list.
Yep.
And and that would explain a lot of this tier list now that I see this, you know? Yeah, like for Minmin, I don't think Minmin's that high actually. I think Minmin's like I think Minmin and Kazuya low key are just cusping top 15.
Yeah, I think they're like on the bottom of like the top tiers.
Yeah, I would not say that they are.
Yeah, I do think they're both pretty much like gatekeeper type characters.
Yeah, I would agree. I'm surprised because like I'd have like Mario maybe higher.
Yes, there's no world where Mario is.
I'd push Roy, to be honest.
Yep.
I put Cloud higher. I think Peach is in a pretty good spot. I feel like that's one character that both America and Japan both like pretty much agree on that this character is still a very, very solid character.
Sure.
That could considerably be like very close to top 10, if not top 10.
Me Brawler's too low.
Where's Me Brawler?
Me Brawler's like bottom of A tier.
Oh,
Me Brawler's got some shit, bro.
Me Brawler's broken.
Yeah, Me Brawler's
Palutena should be higher.
Palutena, where is Palutena?
In A+.
A+.
How many characters are ahead of her? I don't think Olimar should be that high.
Yeah, I mean, Japan really hates Olimar.
Guys,
on
Mario,
Havoc.
Mario is not worse than Luigi, and I'm tired of people talking about it.
Mario is not worse than Luigi.
Like, Mario, I think I'd put Mario at like 11th or 10th. I think Mario
that's the thing, though. That makes me think that just a lot of people in America might just be lazy, honestly. Because I feel like America doesn't really have that many Luigi players, and I'm pretty sure America didn't really do the tier list versus like people from Europe or Japan, because they both have like the best Luigi players.
Yeah, Mario's just way better. And I think Luigi gets away with a lot of fear factor. I'm a victim of this as well, but the character should be getting swatted out by like a lot of the cast, realistically, right? Like Mario's just a good all-arounder who combos just as heavy as Luigi at the mid percents, where Luigi kind of has like the crazy combos at low percents and occasionally at high percents. I think Mario could just make you explode at like 30 plus, you know? So like, I think Mario's just a way better character. Like Luigi should not be. Where's Luigi actually? I did not want to put Luigi in the top tier section. I don't think Luigi's top tier actually. I think Luigi's high tier. I actually don't think Yoshi's top tier. I think Yoshi's high tier.
So what do you consider top tier? Because theoretically, this tier list is saying S is top tier. A+ is still top tier, I guess.
I think.
And then anything from A mid to C-.
Top 20 can be in healthy range, but like even in the tier list I made,
Mega Man's too low.
Mega Man is fucking broken. I think top 20 can be in healthy range of top tier. I even said it in my tier list. I low-key got peer pressure by chat. Like at the end of the tier list, I like put Yoshi and like Luigi in like the top 20. And then I literally said at the end of the video, I was like, I feel really uncomfortable putting these two here. And then I later talked about it. I was like, I don't think these two characters are like good. Like, not good. I don't think they're top tier, you know? But like, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
I think there's 17 in top in S tier.
So I think Mario's better. I think Warden's better low key. I think Terry's better than
Lucina
Luigi.
is criminally low.
Yeah, Lucina's really low.
Jesus Christ.
Can we agree that Terry's better than Luigi and Yoshi?
I think Terry's insane.
Yeah, I think Me Brawler's better.
I don't know how good Terry is, honestly.
Peak Riddles was a menace.
Nah, bro. Yeah, Peak Riddles is annoying as fuck, bro. I think Terry is ridiculous, bro. Like, I don't know how.
I honestly never played Riddles in friendly or in bracket.
Really?
Like post. I never played him post Richter.
Bro. He beat
that was his original main. So I guess it. So you hadn't played him since he picked up like the FGC characters?
I haven't actually.
That's crazy. Wow.
Bro, he beat
That's a long stretch not to play somebody.
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
But are we fathoming that? Like he beat Sonics with Terry.
Yeah, he did beat Sonics with Terry. It's pretty
multiple
crazy.
times, I think. Yeah, like Terry is a really good character. And obviously Riddle's piloting him is a big deal, but like it shows that the character's capable, right? But like, yeah, I think Terry's better than Luigi and Yoshi. I think Me Brawler is better than Luigi and Yoshi. I think Greninja is better. I'm tired of people not respecting this character. Greninja's top.
You won game 5 with Tark.
Yeah, that's not really why I'm saying that though. I think
yes, it is.
No, it's I've always
it's the only reason.
I won the set.
Tarek, you're not good. He was carried.
There's no way I can't fathom this. You were this close. Has to be a character thing. But no, yeah, I think Greninja is incredible. I always talk about it. I think Tarek also thinks Greninja is incredible, and Tarek is limited by living in Germany. If we're being real.
I just feel like Greninja in general is one of those characters that, like, I think Greninja is pretty solid. But one of the reasons why I feel like Greninja is pretty solid is because there's a specific way you have to play against Greninja to beat Greninja. Because Greninja has
what is that?
Greninja has like very clear flaws. Because if you play like pretty grounded and shield oriented, Greninja doesn't really have so much he can do against you because his out of shield game is really bad if you're behind him, and he has one of, if not the worst grabs in general, because his grab is super slow. So if you play behind him and if you play shield oriented, it's really hard for him to contest you.
Okay, now I feel like that's a little myth for bias for one.
No, because like that's like how I was playing when I was playing Inkling too. Like any character that I played, granted I played like really fucking good characters, but any character that I played, that was always my game plan going into playing against Greninja.
Okay, for one, Greninja players are shit. I'm gonna get that out of the way.
Players, except Tarek. Tarek's really good.
Yeah, Tarek is very good. For two, you should not be able to just repeatedly position yourself behind Greninja because Greninja is fast as hell. Like a Greninja should just not be like this isn't COD and you're a controller player versus a PC player where the PC player zooms by you and you have to slow turn to keep up with them.
I mean, I'm not saying that you have to position yourself like, oh, I'm gonna just roll behind you and you're fucked, by the way. It's not really like that. I feel like it's more so like there are a lot of things that happen, like you roll behind, Greninja struggles to punish. You cross up Greninja struggles to do anything. You dash attack through him
and you don't get dash attacked, I'm actually so fucking surprised. But go on.
No, like why would you get dash attack? Because he has to drop shield and then dash attack, and typically everybody with low lag in this game has time to shield.
Bro, I drop shield, dash attack, everything.
True.
Greninja's dash attack is better than Fox's dash attack.
I can agree with that.
It's like one of the best dash attacks in the game. Okay, cross ups, I agree. The thing is, I agree with your thing about Greninja having bad out of shield, right? But he's also one of those characters who shouldn't really be in shield. Like he's too fast to be getting caught in shield like that. Fox is a character who has good out of shield at kill percents. Fox's out of shield game at low percents is not that great. Because all he has is up smash out of shield. It doesn't.
But you still have a grab, even if your grab is not as big. You still have a grab.
Yeah, but the argument was cross ups.
Yes, that's true.
The argument was cross ups, and I can't grab a cross up. Also, Greninja's grab is lacking. That is true, and it is a big character flaw. I agree with that. However, there is no one who is prepared to get pivot grabbed when you were like dealing with all this pressure from Greninja, because you're telling yourself you're going to hold shield and react to him grabbing. It's very hard to react to Greninja's pivot grab because he's running away from you. And it's like the biggest pivot grab in the game.
I love how Greninja got all this conversation. I think this is great. Like,
I think Greninja is an incredible character. I would play Greninja if he was. I did play Greninja in year one. I played Greninja. I won like several weeklies with him. I just stopped playing him because I was like, I mean, he's just worse Fox.
He's just bad. He's actually not good.
No.
Well, shout outs to obviously Tarek and Anarchy. Anarchy's been killing it lately too. I've seen that kid.
I think if Tarek lived in the US, we'd see a lot more Greninja results.
Okay. That's fair. So obviously you think Greninja should probably be higher than where he is, which is fair.
Where did they put Wario?
Wario is at A, middle of A. Yeah.
Wario is a top 20 character who
They got Samus really high though. That was a little jarring to me. I don't know if Samus is that good.
I don't know, but
they've been ran by Yara.
Yeah, I think Samus is a case. Is Yara still playing?
I don't know. I haven't seen him.
Nah.
Wasn't he sponsored?
I think it's like a school thing.
Oh.
I swear these Japanese players just hit the top and they're like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah. I mean, I've been here since Brawl, and I'm at the top. I'm gone.
Literally, bro. But
apparently, he's going to return at Kagaribi, I'm being told.
Everyone is, of course.
But how?
And he's going to be in my bracket.
He's going to be in Spargo's bracket. For Spargo.
Every Japanese player is gonna fight their respective best player matchup.
I know, bro. I'm being real. If I fight this Ice Climbers, do you understand how, like, what the chances of me matching versus this Ice Climbers is? It's not very high.
It's not.
Ooh, Soroyanzu, random. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs on the stream. So I gotta watch
Larry
live, chat.
Larry will return at Kagaribi.
What is he, a fucking Avengers character? Captain America will return in Avengers Endgame. Like, what?
Cole's just gonna be sitting in that room. You couldn't live with your failure, and what did you bring you back to me?
Shouts to Larry. I like
man.
that tweet from Larry the other day, man. It's looking good. Looking good.
Tweet from Larry?
Yeah, he's looking good in that suit.
Oh yeah, he looked great in that.
Yeah, good stuff, Larry.
That was a very heartfelt tweet. Happy for him.
Motivation. Do you agree with Fox's? Do you agree with Fox's placement?
What place was he on the tier list? I don't
Fox
have it up
is
anymore.
the bottom of S. Like in
What
the middle.
number is he?
He's behind Diddy and Min Min and Cosmo.
Yeah. Okay. Well, he's better than all 3 of those characters. Like, I put Fox at number 9, I think, but those characters shouldn't be that high. Diddy Kong is not a top 10 character.
Diddy Kong's not a top 10 character? I don't know.
No, Diddy Kong is not top 10.
You're gonna have to defend that. I don't agree with that.
What? Bro, they're just. Can you pop up the tier list again after your 80-minute ad? Just post it in the chat.
80-minute ad.
This guy doesn't understand. We're struggling.
Just come to my chat. I have no ads.
Oh my god.
I was snoozing. Go ahead. There it is.
All right, hold up. You sent me a page that doesn't exist. I just want you to know that.
What? Really?
Yeah.
No, it works. What are you talking about?
It didn't work for me.
What?
All right, whatever. The point is,
Hold on. Here.
Diddy Kong has too many obscure matchups where he just doesn't do very well. You know, he does pretty solid versus the top tiers, but like, I don't think it's enough to push him to the top 10. You know, I think top 15 is a good fit for him. I think top 10 is a little too high. I don't think he's in that quite ridiculous range because there are some characters that can just pressure him away from Banana, you know, and without Banana, he doesn't get a lot of that technical shit. There's also a lot of people who just don't understand how Tweak plays, you know, which I think Tweak would just adapt back. It's just incredible, but that definitely helps with it as well. I don't think Diddy is a top 10 character.
I think we are in a results-oriented business, and if Diddy Kong's getting the results, he's justifying the placement.
Bro, that's bullshit.
I would agree with you if it was like results are like there's multiple of these characters getting the results, or this player with this character is winning pretty much every tournament. And that's not the case, because those are the cases where it's like, okay, Leo's winning every single tournament with Joker. Joker is the best character in the game. Or there are multiple C players that are like Cavalier class had 16 or something Steves in top 64. Steve is the best character now. But it's only Tweak, and Tweak is winning some tournaments. He has won tournaments with Roy, with Wario, with Pokemon Trainer. None of those characters are considered top 10 now. And he's winning characters with Diddy Kong. Like, you can't say that Diddy Kong is top 10 just because Tweak is winning, because Tweak could honestly win a tournament with fucking King K. Rool if he really, really tried and got the right bracket. At the end of the day, that's like how it truly is at the end of the day. But Japan, I do know, has like a good amount of Diddy Kong players. They have Chicken. They have Rio. Yeah, Chicken is his name.
Diddy named Chicken. Make up your fucking mind, bro.
But and I don't know if Europe really has any Diddy Kongs, but there's just some Diddy Kongs that are just running around in like top 128 sometimes. There's not really a Diddy that's getting top 8, top 16, top 32 other than Tweak. So I can't really say Diddy Kong is one of the characters that should be considered top 10.
What about Fox?
Even like based off of results that way. Fox, Fox
hold on. You could argue the same thing about Snake. What other Snake gets results besides hurt? Whether Fox
Or
gets
Fox.
results besides,
Well,
Thank you.
the difference is that there have been snakes that have been up there before. There have been multiple snakes. Like Ally was winning a lot of tournaments. Apollo Kage broke out at some point. Hurt won Genesis, and he's won basically like multiple tournaments in a row in Japan. Like he's been there basically since the beginning of the game.
What about Fox?
And then I don't know about Fox, bro.
Fox?
He's saying what about Fox?
I mean, hold on. Like Kananabe had his stretch where the council approved a couple of wins for him. The council of Japan gave him a couple. Let's not act like he didn't, okay? And nowhere near the longevity of you, sir. Yeah. Nowhere near your longevity.
Let's not forget about Passera, man. The GOAT, the Japanese Fox player of all time.
Bro, it was like 2 months.
and he used Diddy half the time.
Last time I played him, I beat his Fox, and then he immediately switched to Diddy Kong.
Kananabe went to Genesis. Kananabe went to Genesis and didn't even try Fox versus Lugi. He just went all Min.
He played Min?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
He didn't even go a game of Fox.
He's a true Japanese player.
He didn't believe. That's crazy. Wow. I didn't know that.
It's just Fox is so high because everyone knows that if Larry actually came back and tried Fox, it would be over.
Yes, the Japanese players are just thinking right now, thank God Larry isn't playing. That's what the Japanese players are thinking right now.
Yeah, dude. Like, thank God he's a wolf. We played Zachary's wolf.
God, bro.
I think overall, I'll say that I think the tier list is you know what I'm saying? I definitely think it would benefit if every one of you top players would take the 20 minutes out of your life to fill it out.
Which I won't.
Because I think it's more.
Never do that.
What do I gain?
I'm just saying it's definitely more. I can definitely see the more Japanese elements being skewed in there. But overall, I think it's a pretty good effort from the Lumi.
If I did the tier list,
at least somebody's trying to do
the tier
it.
list. Inkling would go from C- to C mid. What's the point?
Yeah, and Wolf should be higher than Falco too. That's insane. Wolf is.
My tier list is coming. It's coming to YouTube. It will be my first YouTube video. I think
that'll be a good video.
I think
Wolf should be higher than Falco because Wolf functions as a good solo character and a perfect secondary character. Falco can't say the same, so I do think that should change too. But yeah, I mean that's our critiques on the list overall. Not horrible. Not horrible.
Nah, it's pretty bad though.
Yeah,
they're still cutting my checks, Jim. Calm down.
Not mine. See you later.
You don't get checks.
You should have entered the. Why didn't you enter the Luminosity Rising Star?
You know, I wanted to genuinely, and I was talking about it with Void, and we just couldn't figure out what the fuck we were actually supposed to do. Because the explanation was so fucking confusing. It was so confusing. So I was just like, you know what, bro? I'm not doing this.
Wait, it's $100,000. So like, are they
$100,000?
I think it's like worth $100,000. I don't know if you actually get. I don't know. I'm not. Don't quote me on that.
It's probably like you'll get like a 3-4K salary, and then like everything else will be like they'll like fund you with computers or anything that you need. Fly
Maybe
you
some
out
travel.
To like do content, stuff like that.
That's my interpretation of it. If I'm wrong, I at some point I have to find this shit out because I think like when they get down to like top 5, I'm supposed to help judge or whatever. So I'll get this information at some point.
Yeah.
If I got the contract, go ahead.
I'm just saying, man. If you got $4,000 a month for that, $100,000 is $100,000. That means they got to pay you $52,000 in travel by the end of the year. That's all I'm saying.
First class. That's
first class. Bro, $100,000 is a lot of money, bro.
But just because of how companies work, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with your company. I'm not saying anything's wrong with Luminosity. But I'm just saying, just because of how companies work, I feel like it would be like it's more of a marketing standpoint, and then in the contract it'd be like, yeah, you have a $100,000 budget, but if you don't use all of it, then it is what it is.
I play enough Smash and have been sponsored enough. I've been sponsored enough to know whoever's making that $100,000 contract is making more than every Smash player they got immediately.
I said, even what's his name? Even Coney was on stream complaining about. He's like, oh yeah, I'm running this, but yeah, $100,000. That's more than what I get. I'm like, damn, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, that's more than I get too. I was like, that's why I was like, every time I had to retweet it, I was like, my hand was like shaking. Like
I would have texted that. I would have DM my boss like, can people on the team sign up?
yeah, dead ass, bro.
I quit. I'm signing up.
Listen, you offer me 20% of that, I'll make sure you win. All right, I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
All right,
I think it's really interesting though, because I know I saw the list of 100 people, and there was like a really cool IRL streamer who was like really popular, and he didn't get on it. But I saw that one of the people that did get on it was iGreg, the person from Florida.
Yeah,
so
iGreg made top 100, but he didn't make top 50. He just got cut yesterday.
Oh shit, they already got 150 top 50. Damn, that's tragic. And like, so that was the other thing about it, because I was reading through it and it kept saying like, yeah, there's gonna be like 6 phases. After phase 1, there will be like a community vote or something, and like 80 people will be left. And then after phase 2, the 50 left will be chosen by the owner's discretion. And I'm like, I don't like the sound of that, honestly. I don't really like the sound of that. And I was like, yeah, next phase, there will be like 30 people left. Like based off the 50, it'll be like community voting. And then after that, 15 left based off of the owner's discretion. I'm like, I don't like the sound of that.
I think the best way to figure out what's going on is to make sure you tune in for the conclusion of Luminosity's Rising Stars, whenever that is. Follow them on Twitter.
We're going to get this Luminosity gym out of our podcast.
We do.
The top 50.
He didn't apply.
I didn't apply. I told you I didn't know how.
Okay, go ahead.
Cosmos' hard stuck bronze and Marvel Rivals.
Are you serious?
I'm between bronze 1 and silver 3.
Damn, nigga, you suck.
Yeah, I'm pretty fucking bad.
Are you playing on PC or console?
I'm on PC.
Okay, I won't lie. People on PC are crazy, bro.
That's true. PC players are insane.
It's just so annoying because like I'm
Void's
not
top 500 on PC. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm not like that bad, but I'm not good enough to carry a team. So like in bronze and silver, there's always one person that I don't know if they're smurfing or not, but it's always someone on my team that gets 40, 50 kills, or someone on the other team that gets 40, 50 kills. And it's like win, lose. And that's just how it is. Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah, bro.
We'll get that Marvel Rivals Lights Out game night going at some point. I promise. I'm going to make a spreadsheet.
And I'm not going to read it.
Soccer. Well, something you should be reading is this, okay? This is the last big topic I wanted to talk about today. I thought this was awesome. It's the LG shoe stats of all time ultimate rankings for the top 100. So this is all time rankings, okay? I'll just go through a couple of them quickly. MK Leo's 1, Akola's 2, Spargo's 3, Tweak is 4. I'm actually surprised Spargo being higher than Tweak. Not because I think Spargo's bad.
I guess it was just because anybody that got ranked 1 got top 3.
Yeah, that could make sense. Tweak, Mia was 5th. Shuton, the most disrespected, underappreciated talent in the game, was 6th. My boy Light 7th, Gluto 8, Sonic's 9, and Zachary, Japan's GOAT, number 10. The Buzz at 11th. The Buzz really had some success early on, I guess. Good stuff to the Buzz. He's got longevity too. He's been a freaking benchmark for a long time. So yeah, man. And another Genesis champion, Mars at 12th. So a lot of Proto Banham at 14th. Like a lot of familiar names here. Cool to see. A big note to mention: if you are like considered a band player, you were omitted from this list. So if that's any confusion on why you don't see a couple of names here, you might expect to. But yeah, I mean, I thought this was crazy and undisputedly. MK Leo by a whopping 17 points over Akola. Still the motherfucking GOAT.
You know what's funny?
GOAT GOAT.
I think there was a all-time Smash 4 ranking. And I think I was actually the same exact rank.
Okay.
Was I?
So
me?
We're gonna go over my problems with this.
Nicest spot.
Was he muted?
No,
Boy does have the nicest spot on the list.
Actually.
Nicest spot on the list, ma.
69.
Hey, GOAT.
I was 30 in Smash 4 all time, and I'm 24 all time in Smash Ultimate.
Okay, so yeah, we're gonna go over my problems with this list, right?
Uh-oh.
For one, I don't like that this list was released.
Really?
Because it's not even the end of the game cycle.
It's not the end of the game cycle. And I feel like whoever did this just took the special part of this list out of being special. Like, this was a big thing to look forward to at the ending of Smash 4. Like, it was so big. Like, man, I just remember how incredible how it was probably the only thing keeping the game alive at the end. Like, you know,
I mean, I don't know about that.
yeah. Okay, come on. Fuck that, man. But like,
That was a reach.
yeah, that was that game was dead. But the point is, the game, it was really important. It was special to everybody. People cared about it, and I feel like it was just released on a Twitter with no announcement that no one was really like.
It did just drop. Yeah, like where does this come from?
Like,
Yeah,
I
didn't even realize it was dropped until some random person tagged me in it in the comments.
Well, let's say a plucky fan or a nice supporter. Not let's call him random.
So I will say that another thing I don't like is my own position. I think I should be number 6. I know it's only one placement. I don't like Shuton being above me. I think Shuton has more major wins than me. I will say that I'm probably the top 10 player, other than like probably like Sonics, who probably or maybe even has like the least like super major wins. Right?
You've been top 10 every single ring, right?
Yes, I don't have a lot of major wins. I'm just very consistent. Like I'm one of the most consistent in the game, right? But I was comparing rankings, and I just don't see where the difference is. Because on the first 2 years, like I have it right here. We could just a lot of easy ways to check this stuff out is we could just use the Smasher app, because the Smasher app just tells you what your rankings was of every season.
Right.
Right. So for season 1 and 2 of the PGRU, I was 10 and 10. He outplaced me for 5th, and then he became 13th. Right. So he went from 5th to 13th. So he outplaced me once, I outplaced him once. Then the next one, he was 7th. I was 4th. He was 10th. I was 6th. He was 6th. I was 10th. But then I was 4th and I was 7th. So like I outplaced him, and I feel like when I outplaced him, it was like by like pretty meaningful placements. And that bothers me.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing is,
does he have you in head to head?
He does have me in head to head, but it was primarily from year 1, because I think post COVID we're 1-1. I think.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
if anything, was 2-1.
The only thing is, I don't know how the weight was put on each season also, because I know that when we were talking about it in Smash 4, I remember asking, and I was like, how did you decide? And they said that like the end cycle of the game of the rankings had a lot more weight than the beginning cycle, like the first PTR rankings. Yeah, I feel like it's the opposite because of how high Leo is, and how high I am also too, because I was ranked really high for like the first few seasons.
No, yeah, I felt like the first season was a little too overrated. Like, wasn't Mars like 12?
The first season?
No, he was like 12 on the all time.
Oh yeah, he was 12.
And I was like, damn.
Yeah, but like I think even this season Mars is like top 30.
Yeah, but like, bro,
somehow.
But guys, come on. He was 3 and 5 for, and no disrespect, I love Mars, but like just statistics, he was 3 and 5 for the first year, right?
Yeah.
36, 24, 75, 23. It's like, how much is this first year really carrying, you know?
Yeah. First year I was 11.
Phil, you're muted. You're muted, Phil.
Sorry, it's probably the weight of the events that he's won too, right? Like, wouldn't that like go into it? Like that winning a Genesis, big ass deal, right? Like that's
for
weighted.
sure.
So I think that probably factored into it.
But I don't know. I hear all the time, and I'm like, well, why are these things weighted so much? Or it's like it's a grand scheme of things, right? Like that's how I feel about it. It's just kind of weird.
Zama won Genesis, true.
Yeah, Zama won Genesis. Also, Leo, I felt like was too much higher than Akola. Like,
don't agree with that.
Leo, huh?
I don't agree with that.
No, because Leo's GOAT. I will never deny Leo is GOAT. First, 11th, 25th, 8th. And then we look at Akola, and Akola came in late. But I mean, Akola, even though he came in late, he is second, first, third. He's never been out of the top 5.
Well, well, we don't know
he's
if
never been outside the top 3.
We don't know because he didn't play them first couple of year rankings. We don't know.
Okay, but that's what I mean. I just feel like some areas are a little higher rated than others.
Listen.
They just took a couple points off because of Steve.
Low key, right?
I mean, that's relevant.
I don't know. I just felt like a lot of stuff felt like very biased in some positions, you know?
Absolutely.
Very early felt way too strong. Like if Nairo might have been number 5 on this list, bro. Like, bro,
Release the transcripts, cowards! Release them!
Yeah,
I don't know,
that
man.
also makes me wonder where Sam would have been, because he was like top 5 for like the first 2-3 seasons.
Yeah, actually, yeah, no, because like they were both. I don't know if Nairo was higher than Mars, but I know Sam was for sure.
Yeah, Sam
Yeah,
was too.
Samsora was, yeah.
And it's not like Mars ever placed in the top 15 after year 1. So it's like, would Sam have just been number 11? Like,
Sam would have still been a top 15 player right now.
1,000,000%. I think Nairo would be a top 10 player. I think Samsora would be a top 10 player. I think Ally would be a top 10 player. And I think Hurt would have a harder time in America just because we would have Ally. I would not say Hurt would fall off. Hurt would still be just as good as he is today. But I think America would have a better idea how to deal with Snake. Let's be real.
Yeah, because as the game evolved, like, said players that were immaculate at the game would evolve too. I mean, that's pretty.
Meta matters, you know?
Yeah, it's pretty obvious right
absolutely.
there. Like,
and Salem would be top 5.
no,
Absolutely.
just we have
Salem
to stop
would
this.
be top
We have
3.
to stop this Salem propaganda. bro.
Salem would be top 3, bro.
Why are you lying about like what? Every top player acknowledges it. Why?
No, not like, no, I'm not like, okay, I'm sorry. I phrased that wrong. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm saying like it's a good thing that we don't have that to deal with because it would be OD. That's what I'm saying. Like, I acknowledge that he'd be OD, yeah.
Like, I don't know. And this is going to come off very disrespectful, and that's because it is. I feel like the majority of American players, when I lose to them, I can usually spot that it's because it's something that I've done very wrong.
Absolutely. I think it's the same for Japanese players too.
But I feel like when I fought those players, I could blatantly admit sometimes that I just got outplayed.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Those were players, like, I genuinely feel that way. Like, that does not change. A lot of these players, I feel like, wow, I could have played better. This was not my best play. A lot. I don't care if it sounds like excuses. This is just how players acknowledge shit. All because I vocalize doesn't mean that other people are different than me. People just stay silent. I feel like a lot of these players it's usually just something, I did something different. I didn't play the normal. A lot of these players don't really adapt as easily as well. I feel like those players, those group of brawl players, were fucking insane, bro.
I
feel like multiple games for a reason.
I would throw Anti in that list too.
Yeah, too. Like, I feel like there's like 2 kind of players, and there's 2 kind of players, and there's only like 5-10 players on the, or even like 15. Some of them aren't even like ranked so high, but there's like 15 players that are on the other side where it's like there's players where it's like you lose, and it's like you lose or you win, you lose or you win, and it's like, okay, I won because I played good, I lost because I played bad. And then there's players where it's like, okay, I need to play good to beat you. And then there's players where I need to play better than you because you are always playing well and you're just a good player. So I need to play better than you in order to win. And I feel like players that fall under that are like Leo, Spargo, Tweak, Light, players like that, where it's like, okay, this is going to be a set where I have to play better than you because even if I play good, I can still lose. Versus if you play good against other players, 9 times out of 10, 99 times out of 100, you will probably just win.
Yeah. I think Zero would have been a top 10 player as well if he fucking got his head out of his ass.
I disagree.
He was. You don't think he would have been good at Smash?
I don't think he had the drive for
or
the
top
game,
15
bro.
at least. No, that's the thing though. I think if he had the drive for the game, I just don't see what evidence goes against that. You know, like dude was really good. Again, a lot of these people aren't around, but you can respect the talents of these players without like bringing it, like just keeping it in the game itself. They were very talented players.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. This is like a whole discussion from a game perspective because it is.
Yeah, just from a game perspective.
We don't do revisionist history here, bro. Like we're just having a fucking discussion. You don't have to be weird about it. It's not a big deal.
We're Smash enjoyers.
Like, it's just
at the end of the day.
It's not the end of the world. I promise you guys. But yeah, it is definitely fun to theory craft. Definitely fun to think about that stuff. And this was definitely a fun episode. I had a lot of fun discussing this stuff and deep diving into a lot of shit. I'm very curious to know Your closing thoughts, gentlemen. How do we feel? Do you feel like that all-time list could be revisited when the game really is at the end? Like maybe this is just like a mock draft and then like there's an actual, you know what I mean?
The only reason why I feel like it can't now is because it was titled like the Luma Rank Top 100 or Top 150. And that's what really bothered me. Like maybe if out of nowhere, 2026, we're back with Panda Global and they remake the top 150 list, I would tune in for that. That's their comeback. The top 150 PGR, that's their comeback. Tell me that would not be content.
Everyone would watch it because everyone loves controversy, whether they admit it or not.
Controversy creates cash, and so does liking, comment, and subscribing to the YouTube channel. So thank you guys so much for watching episode number 95 of Lights Out. We'll see you same time, same place next week. God bless. Take care. Peace.